This is the second lesson out of 25 lessons that have to do with growth mindset. And what I did is I took Tom Bilyeu's, a guy that does impact theory, his 25 belief systems, and I created lesson plans around them.
Is his curriculum child-led? Brain-based for a growth mindset?
Why, yes it is. I'm glad you asked. This lesson in particular though, lesson number 2, is the idea that personal growth is the highest priority. Now, if you want to get a better idea of how I'm doing this overall picture of all 25 lessons, how they're going to be organized, I'll make sure I leave a link below so you can check out the introduction video. But I hope you enjoy my lesson. All right, so here we go. This is our second lesson out of 25. The idea being that I'm hoping by the end of this year, you'll have some basic success principles down. So this is the second out of 25. And here it is right here. It is personal growth should be your highest priority. First let's start with this here. Raise your hand. Does anybody remember Tuesday? Monday. Do you mind getting that fast? Monday, we had number 1 up there. Anybody remember what belief number 1 was by chance? Oh, belief number 1. It said human, someone raise their hand if you want to fill in the blanks, potential, back here to Adrian, is nearly limitless. So human potential is nearly limitless. That was belief number 1. Belief number 2 that I'm hoping you will have by the time you end this school year is this: personal growth should be your highest priority. So that's what I'm hoping. Personal growth should be your highest priority. Here's what I can tell you is if you set goals, we all should be setting goals for what we want to do. You want to graduate, maybe you want to, get a good job, maybe you want to go to college, whatever it is, you're all going to set goals. But if your happiness is based upon reaching those goals, what happens if you don't reach those goals? Yes, sir. You become unhappy, right? That's basically what it comes down to. Because here's what it is. No matter what you decide to do, no matter if you want to be in the NFL, if you want to be an astronaut, if you just want to be a teacher or just a mom or anything, if those are your goals and it doesn't happen, the result is a bad result. How about this one? Oh, this is so true. If you're in a relationship with a boyfriend or girlfriend, what is the job of that boyfriend or girlfriend? To make you what? Happy. But is it really their job to make you happy? Think about it. If you're waiting for somebody else to make you happy, do you think they're going to let you down? Yeah. Because we're humans, right? I guarantee you that anytime you put the emphasis on the results of that makes you happy, or that is what becomes important to you, you're going to end up being disappointed. No matter what it is, no matter if it's school, work, starting a business, anything, if you put your focus on the end result as far as what it's going to give you fulfillment and happiness, you're going to be disappointed because you're going to have failures along the way. So the secret is this. The secret is this, that your focus should be on the process. Your focus should be on getting better each day. Whatever that means to you, that is the focus. Because if you never reach that goal, but the fact you're getting better each day is a good thing. And that can bring happiness. I'll give you an example. I'm trying to get back into, I'm going to say trying to get back into shape because I never was in shape. I'm trying to get into shape. And, my goal is to look like Efron when I grow up. That's my goal, right? That's how I want to look like. But that takes a lot of effort. Right, Efron? How do you work? Do you lift weights every day? Almost. Do you want to lift weights every day? If you can, right? But do you do you ever go home tired and you don't want to lift weights? Do you lift them anyways? Yeah, that's the thing. You're going to have to do stuff you have a goal you want to reach, and you're going to have to put the effort in, even when you don't want to. So this morning, we wake up at 3:30 in the morning. Every morning we wake up at 3:30. That's early, right? 3:30, I do my normal routine of, taking care of the dogs and everything else. But then I went running this morning. So for the past 3 days, I go running in the morning. I run 2 miles. And I got to tell you, I'm out there like 4:30 in the morning. It's dark. It's cold. I'm tired. And I can be honest with you, I wasn't having a good time doing it. I wasn't. But then something happened when I was about halfway through, and I thought, how many of the people out here running at 4:30 in the morning? I think I saw one other person out there. 4:30. That was it. And even though I didn't necessarily want to do it, the fact that I was doing something other people aren't willing to do, that kind of brought me a little bit of happiness and joy. Because I knew I was growing. I knew I was getting better. And so that's the key. You got to focus your energy on the things that make you get better. So I'm not sure who said it, but there's a quote that goes something like this. You okay? The quote goes something like this, that your goal shouldn't, I think there was a basketball player, I'm not sure it was Kobe or not, but it was somebody that said, your goal shouldn't be on getting that championship ring. Your goal should be to have a championship performance. So your goal shouldn't be to have the end result. Your goal should be on the process. You got to learn to embrace that process, whatever it is. If it's lifting weights, to get stronger. If it's running, to run a marathon. If it's going to school, to go to college. If it's going to college, to get a good job. Whatever it is, you got to learn to embrace that. Because the reality is this, the results, whatever you're looking for, is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You can go through school, you can go to college, and you can find yourself not being able to get a job still. The results are never guaranteed, but the struggle is. The process is guaranteed. And so you got to learn to embrace that struggle, that process, whatever it is. You got to learn, if you don't want to do it, you got to learn to do it anyways, and then be able to find joy in the fact that you're doing something that hardly anybody else will do. That is where success. So coming back to here, personal growth should be your highest priority. You should be whatever is important, you got to figure that out. Whatever you think is important to you, you got to work on getting better each day at that. It doesn't make a difference what we think, what I think you should do. It's what you think you should do. You might get it, Adrian? All right? So that should be the goal. Does anybody remember those 10 words I asked you to memorize on Monday? Adrian, you know them? All right. Anybody else? Back to that question again. Do you have a good memory? You know it? All right, give me 1 second. Do you guys have a good memory? So if I could teach you to memorize these 10 words in 1 minute, would it change your impression about how good of a memory you have? Luis, how did you listen, he actually knew, he did what I was thinking of doing. So go for it real fast, Luis. What are your 10 words? Did you guys get what he did? How did he repeat it back? It was like a what? It was a story. Because here's what you got to understand, is the way the human mind works, we memorize things in stories. Before there was writing stuff, before we actually wrote things down, they told stories to pass on information. So get real fast. Here we go. Let's see what you can do. All right? So make up a quick story about this. If you make up a quick story about it, then those words, well, you have a better chance of memorizing those words. So one more time, you said there was a wolf on a what? A wolf on, and he actually put it into a little bit of a rhythm too. That's even that takes the next level of stuff. So there was a wolf on the toilet. He pulled his pants down. He was what? So there you go. There was a wolf. If you want to get really good at this, close your eyes and actually picture it like a movie. I mean, if you really want to do that, picture it like a movie. First of all, if you saw a wolf on the toilet, would you go, what the heck is that? Right? So imagine you watch a cartoon. There's a wolf on the toilet. He pulls his pants down. He's reading a newspaper and takes his phone out. All right. Guess who he calls? He calls the clown that's on the boat. Imagine a clown driving a boat, and it's dark, and it's under the moon. And what? So imagine this. So imagine this. There's a wolf in the toilet. You see him take his pants down, and then he's reading a newspaper as he's going to the bathroom. And, of course, he gets a phone call. He picks up the phone. He calls his best friend, the clown. Right? The clown's on a boat. Imagine a nice little speedboat, so I picture on a boat underneath the moon. And there's a rat in the boat. Guess what the rat's wearing? Raincoat. So here's the difference. What's the difference between Monday and today is the fact that you know how to do it now is you learned a new what? A new story or a new skill. So the way you get better at things, the way you unlock all your potential is by learning new skills. And here's the great thing about it. You can learn new skills at any time. You can get new skills today, tomorrow, and when you're 80, you can learn new things. And once again, my opinion, the purpose of school isn't to learn information. You can get that anywhere. The idea is to learn new skills in school that you can apply to the rest of the world. Be it that skills of writing, skills of discipline, skills of staying organized, skills of whatever else it is. That's what the benefits of school are, in my opinion.